probably use the same. Yeah, I'm trying to work out that one. Sometimes one of them do their own stuff. Sometimes one of them do their own stuff.
Oh, that might be close enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you're right.
You got the stuff legal?
Yeah, they're they do it in there.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much set up, so I think I'll look a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Would you like anything? No. Do you use my mic or is it?
Oh, I've got this is fine.
Whatever, yeah. Can you do a sound check or anything?
We'll do that and then.
Okay, if you want to go through it, that's fine.
Oh, it's okay, we don't have to do the sound check. So we press the shoot.
No, that's fine.
I don't think I do. Yeah.
It looks like.
I guess it takes pressure off.
Yeah, exactly.
Jet 2 and 2. Sun check. We're here ready for this talking again. That's it as yet, but coming up shortly. And just keep it all in.
Oh, he's got it.
Unless you want to extend it. Unless you prefer this, because you can do that. Doesn't matter to me.
Whatever's easier for you is fine.
I think we'll do that just because
Yep.
I don't want spotlights.
Do you want it to still be on?
I'll just let you know, and then I'll get you to test. So yes, please, just a moment.
Yep.
Audio panel on, switch in the middle.
Testing 1 2. Welcome to Olympic Village for Saturday afternoon NPLW. Keep testing. We can keep testing. Yep. No, that's fine. We can keep going, and we can talk about how it is. There is currently no one on the pitch because we are perhaps slightly delayed with our kickoff. And what was the Saturday afternoon football at the Village as Heidelberg United prepare to take on Bentleigh Greens here in NPLW Victoria action. Round 10 of the season. Two teams who haven't had the ideal starts to their respective campaigns go head to head. The Burgers looking to back up their impressive outing last time around in the first game since parting ways with head coach Louis Spiritus. That was a 4-0 win over Brunswick Juventus, and they'll be hoping to continue that good, well, those impressive performances today when they take on a struggling Bentleigh Greens outfit, aiming to snap a losing streak of 5 games this afternoon. I'm Nathan Majorana's team. My name is Oscar Rutherford. Thank you for your company. Preparing to get underway. And indeed, the whistle from our referee, Courtney Van Diesen, gets us underway. The Burgers looking to restart their season in a way, having made a slow beginning and things not going quite to plan under Louis Spiritus. Now take on this Bentleigh Greens team. Looking at the teams though, you might already be able to hear the big inclusion. There's only one change across the two teams this afternoon from their previous matches, and it's a big one as well. Bentleigh Greens announcing this morning the signing of Melissa Barbieri, Victorian football legend, and she slots right into the starting 11 for this afternoon's game. No doubt the Greens hoping that the leadership and experience that Barbieri provides just allow them to pull themselves off the deck. Of course, a number of relatively new faces for the Burgers as well. Several debuts in last week's 4-0 win, including the goal scorers, Sarah O'Donoghue scoring a brace in her first Heidelberg outing, as did Mammy Ambo crossing over from Calder. Long ball played over the top is a good one. Chance here for the Greens in behind, but quick off her line was Mia Bailey. So very nearly the ideal start for the visitors. Now the Burgers carry the ball in the other direction. This is Mammy Ambo. Played through by Galea. Still here is Mambo, or Ambo I should say. And earns her side an early corner. So a first test for Melissa Barbieri in this Bentleigh team. And it looks to be Alana Janchevsky who's gone over to deliver the corner. Janchevsky, another one of the recent arrivals for Heidelberg, and a player of extreme quality. The corner, though, doesn't quite get the height that she was after, and it'll be a first touch for Barbieri. Melbourne City goalkeeper launches it long. This is Aska Miata. Uses Vlahopoulos. But Sienna Fogarty is well positioned to get there ahead of Ambo. Now this is Juan Han. Plays it inside, and a nice pass from Bomford. Looks to set away Coco Parker. Still with possession is Parker. Trying to twist and turn her way out of trouble. Gets past Weston and the cross comes in. Once again though, alert was Mia Bailey. Just looking through the rest of the teams for the Burgers. In goal, as mentioned, Mia Bailey. Number 4, Cameron Barrero. Number 6, Sarah O'Donoghue. 7, Steph Galea. 8, Catherine Vlahopoulos. 14, Aska Miata. 15, Liv Edwards. 17, Maddie Rakic. 19, Sienna Weston. 22, Mammy Ambo. And 66, Alana Janchevsky. Although it does look as if there might be a shirt out on the pitch who isn't on the team sheet, so we'll endeavour to work out what's gone on there. For the Greens, meanwhile, Melissa Barbieri in goal. Number 5, Sarah Johnson. 6, Sienna Fogarty. 9, Coco Parker. 10, Liv Bomford. 12, Maeve Brown. 13, Jasmine Kane Edwards. 14, Izzy Fernandez. 15, Gabby Simpson. 19, Helena Errington, and 22, Juan Han. As we see Kane Edwards is passing it up to Hun to get the play back underway with the throw. The crossing is blocked by Sienna Weston, putting her body on the line. Nice turn from Errington. The pass, though, isn't quite able to pick out Izzy Fernandez. And now the Burgers will look to carry it in the other direction. Vlahopoulos spreads it out to the right-hand side. And the cross comes in, and it's a decent one as well. Catherine Vlahopoulos getting an unlikely header in the penalty area, but wasn't able to quite adjust her body in time. That's a decent long ball over the top to set away Fernandez. He's patient and waits for the support from Johnson. Still going. Opportunity for the shot to come in. It's a decent effort. Fired from Coco Parker. And Bentleigh showing some promising signs early in this game. The team that has really struggled on the goal-scoring front look threatening in this opening 5 or 6 minutes. Chance now for Vlahopoulos with the support of Steph Galea. Now a bit of space for Janchevsky. Janchevsky goes herself, and it's an awkward bounce just in front of Barbieri, who came and collected at the second time. And once more wasting no time trying to get the ball up the pitch. See Fernandez not able to keep the ball in play though. And so the Cameron Barrero play will restart things. Weston and Edwards happy to be a little bit patient with their build-up. This is Janchevsky. Slides the ball through and very nearly creating a real moment of danger. Mamiambo through on goal. Bentleigh defence, though, alert to the danger. Fogarty looks out to the left-hand side where Juan Han has a little bit of space, but is closed down by Miata. Han does well to get away, though. Still going is Juan Han. Some clever use of the body from Coco Parker. Janchevsky once more, looks to play in Ambo. Still going is Ambo. Vlahopoulos nearly latching onto the loose ball. Some creativity on display on the edge of the area. The long range shot from Janchevsky rattles the crossbar. Some champagne football from Heidelberg early in this game. And Melissa Barbieri will be very grateful that the woodwork has bailed her out on that occasion. Just a wonderful strike from Janczewski, very much showing us all what she's capable of doing. Has done it in the NPLW, predominantly with Belina Lani Janczewski, as well as at A-League level, Perth and Adelaide. Vlahopoulos does well to win the ball back, and now Galea turns it to Vlahopoulos. Was asking a little bit too much of Ambo or Janczewski. Did you see Steph Galea involved in that previous passage? It is a milestone afternoon for the Heidelberg number 7, 150th senior appearance for the club. Very much a legendary figure here at the Village. And we'll be hoping to replicate the performance last week where she did open the scoring, having retaken this position in a more advanced part of the field than we saw early in the campaign. And well, the ball pinched from Johnston's toes, just from the throw-in. She'll get another chance now, Sarah Johnston. Effectively involves Gabby Simpson. And the attempted through ball for Coco Parker just had a little bit too much pace on it from Liv Bomford. So an exciting start to this game. Two teams who clearly feel that this is a big opportunity to pick up 3 points. And showing plenty of ambition and intent early. Janczewski looks out to the left-hand side. And now Ambo. Opportunity uses Janczewski. Doesn't quite make the right contact with the strike. And the end-to-end action continues. Very clear ploy from the Greens to take advantage of any time they're able to regain possession and just go up the other end as quickly as possible. Brown puts the cross in. Comfortable take for Bailey though. Greens last week in that 5th loss in a row, coming against the high-flying Essendon Royals. 1-0 scoreline. Perhaps not fairly reflecting the Royals' performance in that game. The Greens will nonetheless take confidence from how close they were to getting something off one of the premier teams in NPLW this season. Fogarty looks towards Bomford. In the end, the Burgers regain possession. And it has been these kinds of situations in which they've perhaps struggled to break teams down, Heidelberg, this season. Just when they're able to come up against a set defence. No surprise to see Aska Miata involved in the build-up. Here is the midfielder. And a misplaced pass allows Bumford to steal away with the ball. And now Hun. To Simpson. Hun retreats to central defender in Jazz Kane Edwards. And the long ball out to the left-hand side is a good one. Simpson in behind. To get the cross away. Nicely defended, though, by Matty Rakic. Will they give the Greens a corner opportunity? So chance now for the visitors. The corner delivery is a decent one. And it almost finds its way through. Doing just enough in the end to Heidelberg to get the ball away. Cut out there by Johnston, looking in towards Kane Edwards. And so loses out. The wrestle in the forward half of Bentleigh continues and the shot comes in. It was a wonderful attempt from Gabby Simpson. And the save to match from Bailey. And both of these teams almost a shoot on sight instruction. Yet again a decent attempt, but an even better save from Mia Bailey, who's made a very strong start to this contest. Corner delivery from the opposite side. Has a little bit too much on it. Ambo still in an irregular deep position right at the moment, just having participated in defending that previous corner. We see her now making her way up down this right-hand side. Miata very nearly getting the ball to Galea. Now Hun. Coming together with Aska Miata, and referee deeming a foul going the way of the Burgers. Safe to say that Melissa Barbieri a little bit confused as to that decision going the way that it did. Such a feature of what Barbieri brings to the team, any team that she's part of. Barking instructions pretty much for the entire 90 minutes, ensuring her teammates remain alert and well structured. Ball in behind, hoping for Galea, but Hun had a head start. Vlahopoulos out to the left-hand side with Janchevsky. And the reverse pass doesn't quite come off for Barrero. There was a win each last season when these two teams met. Bentleigh then in their previous incarnation as Bayside. It was the Burgers who won the first meeting between the teams 2-0 thanks to a Steph Galea brace. Then Bayside did very much get their revenge with a 3-0 win in the reverse fixture. Albeit a very different team, that one, to the Bentleigh Greens outfit we see today. Niwa Sasaki and Julia Budiongo getting on the score sheet for Bayside on that afternoon. Miata into Janchevsky. Janchevsky goes from range. That was A little bit more comfortable for Melissa Barbieri. She was happy to watch that sail over her head. And perhaps the intensity from the opening 10 or so minutes just dissipating ever so slightly as the game becomes a little bit more of a regular affair. Sienna Weston well positioned. Now the Burgers charge forward. The shot from range. Another comfortable save for Barbieri. Mentioned that win for the Burgers last time out against Brunswick UVA. That coming after a bit of a winless run of their own. First win in 4 games coming against Brunswick. And they'll see this is a fantastic opportunity to pick up back-to-back wins. Although as we've seen from this first 20 minutes, Bentleigh will be far from pushovers. Errington unable to get the ball out to Fernandez. And the diminutive midfield combination of Askamiata and Catherine Vlahopoulos combine once more. Ambo in towards Vlahopoulos. Clever turn. And sets away Rakic. Maddie Rakic. Safgalia just got the ball tangled between her feet for a moment, but recovers. Back to Rakic. Although the first touch was a little bit too heavy. This, of course, not the only NPLW fixture we have going on this afternoon. Approaching its conclusion is the game between Essendon Royals and Preston Lions, a big clash at the top of the table, whilst Fox Hill are also taking on Calder. And in about half an hour or so, Burundara will welcome Brunswick UVA to the Ven. So a full schedule of action in NPL Women's Victoria on this lovely Saturday afternoon. Playing Errington into Johnston. Johnston's slid pass was asking a lot of Brown. And Barrero is able to retreat, at least for the moment. In the end, though, the second chance for the Greens also goes begging. Janchevsky goes to the crossfield option. High degree of difficulty, that attempt to pick out Galea. And in the end, the difficulty proved a little too great. This is Helena Errington. It's a lovely piece of play, and the ball through is good as well. Fernandez is onside. Still Izzy Fernandez gets the shot away. Right at Mia Bailey. And that, you'd have to say, was the best opportunity of the game so far. And after the wonderful work from Helena Errington to create the chance, unable to put the finishing touches was Izzy Fernandez. A chance coming a little bit against the run of play as well. Burgers enjoying a good last 5 or 10 minutes. And a team that's struggled to score as Bentleigh have. Do you wonder whether that kind of opportunity going begging will come back to haunt them? Well, the Burgers have an opportunity now to make them pay as they've got themselves a corner. It'll be Alana Janchevsky to send it in. Again, struggles to get the height that she needs, although the chance is still alive as Vlahopoulos has 2 attempts. And very nearly dropped underneath the crossbar there, that deflected shot. Instead it will be a second corner chance for Alana Janchevsky to deliver. Bentleigh has come as well for perhaps a short option, and indeed do go the short corner routine. The delivery in is a good one. In the end, the Greens have enough to get the ball clear. Bumford unable to find Simpson with the pass. And the follow-up shot from Miata is right into the gloves of Melissa Barbieri. Once more, the Greens go back to their goalkeeper, who did play in the recent A-League Women's Grand Final for Melbourne City. And although the result wasn't quite what City were after, it's another tick in the box for Barbieri in terms of big milestone matches in which she's been a part. Rakic did well to get the pass into Janchevsky. Vlahopoulos couldn't trap the ball. Might get another chance to sneak in. Kane Edwards goes across to Fogarty. Fogarty looks out to the right-hand side where Maeve Brown was making the run. Burgers, they were well set up to deflect it. Chance now for Janchevsky. The header from Ambo popped up tantalisingly for Janchevsky. It's unable to get her timing right with the swing of the boot. Although the Burgers continue to press their momentum, safe to say that the early end-to-end contest has receded somewhat in favour of a more settled affair. And it's a more settled affair that Heidelberg are currently getting the better of, at least in terms of possession and territory. Their best results, Heidelberg, coming this season when they have been able to lock their opponents in their own half. Well, it might be a good matchup for that, because Bentleigh have spent a lot of games working hard to try and escape from these kinds of positions, largely unsuccessfully. Although we have seen in this game a real counter-attacking threat. And really, they should be a goal ahead, you'd say. A chance to Izzy Fernandez about 10 minutes ago. Decent run down the right-hand side. The cross comes in. No one was at the far post to put it away for the Burgers. A really enterprising move down the right-hand side, creating that chance. Although the offside flag will deny a follow-up for the hosts. As we tick past the half-hour mark. Still awaiting the opening goal. Not for a lack of chances, though, for either team. Both very much in competition for that first strike. This is Parker. Ball just got away from her with the touch. A little bit too heavy. And Matty Rakic taking on a number of familiar faces. Rakic, the former Bayside player, making the move up to the Burgers. Bomford. Inside to Johnston. Johnston spreads it out to the left-hand side. Joanne Hunn heard the call from Bomford, just couldn't quite execute the pass. Now here come the Burgers once more. Some space in the middle. It opts to go back out to the left-hand side. The Janchevsky cross. Just in that awkward area as we see the sun just dipping below the ceiling of the grandstand here at Olympic Village. Can make it very awkward to view as a spectator as well as to play. So do the Greens have another response as we head towards the final 10 minutes of the opening half? Barbieri goes long, a little bit too much on it. This goes over the head of Simpson. That's a lovely first touch from Vlahopoulos. Spreads it out towards Galea. Steph Galea puts the cross inside. Fogarty well positioned. And now Brown looks to set Fernandez away. Decent run, couldn't get the ball to Bomford though. And now Barrero. Got a pretty clear-cut tug on the shirt, that one. You know how significant any points are for both of these teams in their respective positions right now. The Burgers looking to relaunch their finals hopes. Another win today would put them right in the mix. A chance there. Gone begging is Errington unable to slide the ball through. Now Rakic and Ambo combine. Looking to set away Galea. Too much of a task. The 150th gamer. The premium that the Burgers will place in this game perhaps even greater when you consider the next week they're making the very difficult trip to BT Connor to take on the high-flying Preston Lions. Fogarty treats to Barbieri. Barbieri looks long when he meets the head of Edwards, though. Now Barrero spreads it out to the left-hand side. This is Janchevsky. Looks centrally. Decent football from Heidelberg. Rakic. Galea wins her side a throw. Rakic once more. Janchevsky in a little bit of space. Asked too much of Galea. And Johnston has the experience to show some composure on the ball in a difficult position. Calmly playing it back to even more experienced Melissa Barbieri. Ambo has Galea down the right-hand side, able to keep the ball in play. Ambo's still there in support. Galea ignores her for now. And the long-range shot comes in. Not for the first time this afternoon. Just for a moment, you wondered whether that might be destined for something quite spectacular. Although it does sail far or high and wide of the woodwork. Mentioned the goal scoring struggles that Bentleigh have had this season. They are the lowest scoring team in the competition, just the 6 goals to their name from 9 games so far. And only 1 goal scored in their last 4 matches. Albeit those failures to score coming against some pretty decent teams. The top 3, in fact, Bentleigh, Preston and Essendon Royals. They have shown a capacity this afternoon. Danger for Barbieri. Invites the pressure from Galea. Kane Edwards is there to bail out her goalkeeper. Now the Greens perhaps with the counter-attacking opportunity. Long ball up towards Parker. Battles with Weston, although the Heidelberg defender wins out on this occasion. One back nicely. And now Simpson. It's a couple of cracks at it. Galea, as ever, making her way back to support the defence before charging forward as the Burgers look to hit on the counter. Pass out towards Ambo. There's a decent bit of skill to take the ball on her possession, but unable to keep the ball in play. It does look as if we may be headed for an early substitution for Heidelberg. So an interesting decision, which sees Maddie Rakic withdrawn. Certainly hope that that's not an injury concern for the fullback. But a new face at right fullback in this first half, not too long before the break. This is the highly promising youngster Eve Tiktakakis, brought on to the field. Can the Burgers pounce with this opportunity? The numbers are back for the Greens to repel the initial attempt. And then the follow-up from Vlahopoulos left a little bit to be desired. So Eve Tiktakakis has been making her way in the NPLW over the last couple of seasons. Very impressive young player. And we'll get the majority of this game to show what she's able to do. It is her position into which we see Simpson running now. Another pass back into Johnston. It's comfortably into the path of Vlahopoulos. Johnston, though, wins it back. In towards Simpson, the touch too heavy. So with just a couple of minutes remaining in the half, is there a chance to strike late for one of these teams? It's times like these that the Greens will be very grateful to have Miss Barbieri there in goal, continuing to ensure her teammates remain alert as the Burgers make one more late charge. That's a very nice tackle, which sets Bentleigh away. The pass for Johnston overhit. Parker unable to get onto it. Been a bit of an isolated game thus far for the Greens number 9. It's being sent long balls onto which he's being asked to run. Difficult to do when you've got the size and strength of the Heidelberg defence. Cross comes in. It's a decent one as well. Vlahopoulos gets the shot away, and a lovely save. Melissa Barbieri. Very nearly just before the break. Burgers snatching the lead. Instead, they'll have to settle for a corner as Alana Janchevsky moves over. This time to that far corner post. We enter the final minute of the 45. Cross comes in. And chance kept alive by Vlahopoulos. Making the run forward is Weston. Johnston intervened at the vital moment. And Bomford goes back to Barbieri. So the Greens escape again. The defence has held firm in this first half, despite being under a decent amount of pressure, particularly in the last 15 minutes or so. Sienna Fogarty. It's the ball out to Maeve Brown, who loses out. Now we are at our referee's discretion as to how much longer we will play on. Can't imagine there'd be too much stoppage time to be played. It's the Greens attempt to play their way out of the Heidelberg press, and they do so effectively. Hun to the left-hand side where Simpson is. And Simpson wins out against Weston, gets the shot away from range. Once more, aiming for that far corner. Too much height on the shot. Will that perhaps be the final chance of this opening half? A half that started very brightly. Both teams going end to end in rapid succession. That hectic nature is somewhat slowed down. Regardless, we await the first goal still as the halftime whistle blows. 0-0 the score at Olympic Village. Heidelberg and Bentleigh, a massive 3 points on the line for both of these teams. We'll have to wait for the second 45 to find out if either team will be able to take advantage. It's halftime. Join me again in around 15 minutes or so for the second half. After the break, it's Heidelberg United 0, Bentleigh Greens 0. Welcome back to Olympic Village. Second half about to get underway in this round 10 NPL Women's Victoria contest between Heidelberg and Bentleigh. The score at the break still 0-0. Heidelberg probably the slightly better of the first half after a really enterprising opening. They were able to take a little bit of control. Does look like we have had a half-time substitution for Bentleigh. We just get confirmation of who has come on. It does look as if it is Candice Kildare who's been brought into the action, the former FB emerging forward. And she's taken the place of Gabby Simpson for the second 45. So a new look in attack for the Greens. Unsurprising that is perhaps where Nathan Mayorana has looked to make his changes. Goal scoring very much at a premium in recent weeks for the Greens. So perhaps Kildare will be able to spark the visitors this afternoon. See some early territorial control for the Burgers. Ambo spreads it to Janchevsky. Janchevsky puts the cross inside. It'll be Zero Donahue to run onto. Looks towards Galea, who did just enough to keep the ball in Heidelberg's possession. And the long-range strike comes in from Ascabiata. That one unlikely to trouble Melissa Barbieri in the Bentleigh goal. And so the challenge that has really stumped Bentleigh in certain games this season, getting out of their own half when the opposition are really trying to pin them back. We'll see how they fare with their first attempt in the second 45, playing out from a goal kick. Yata almost stealing away with the ball, but the Greens come away with possession. This is Bomford sliding it through towards Fernandez. And Izzy Fernandez's cross is blocked by Barrero, so we will get a Greens corner as the visitors make their first attacking foray of the second 45. See, the sun has dipped below the trees rather quickly, as it does here at the village. And a drop in the temperature, unsurprisingly, coming with it. This is the Fernandez corner. Goes right into the middle of the box. Almost found a teammate in Sienna Fogarty. But ultimately, Mia Bailey is able to claim the ball and restart play for the Burgers. And Chevsky looks inside. Cut out though, and a nice bit of skill on the ball from Helena Errington. They're of course brought in having played for the Wellington Phoenix in the most recent A-League Women's campaign. 5 appearances at that level for Errington, and you can see the class that she has in the game this afternoon. So composed on the ball and able to work her way out of some tight spaces. Through ball, Maeve Brown unable to pick out Fernandez. Now this is Miata. Goes back to a goalkeeper, Mia Bailey, who made a good start to this game, a few early interventions. Now O'Donoghue takes the opportunity to charge forward herself and goes the stylistic outside of the boot pass. Doesn't come off on this occasion. And will that create the opportunity for Kildare? Getting across was Weston. We'll get another corner for the Greens. It's again Fernandez who will send it into the box. See the height that the substitute Kildare provides. Another potential route to goal. Coco Parker crowding goalkeeper Mia Bailey. The corner's a good one. It beats Bailey. And the follow-up shot lands on the roof of the net. But it was deflected on its way through. So Fernandez will make her way from one side to the other. That was a promising sign for Bentleigh. Corner, a little bit too much height on it for Mia Bailey. So yet again, Coco Parker just trying to make life uncomfortable for the Burgers goalkeeper. As Fernandez again goes direct. This one's a little bit deeper in the box. And the header was always going to be fairly comfortable for Mia Bailey, you'd think. But moves it very quickly to Galea. It's an important intervention from Errington. But for Errington winning that ball back, the Burglars were probably through on goal. But this has been a positive start to the second half for Bentleigh. The ball through from Errington. The offside flag means that it was immaterial whether Candice Kildare could get there or not. Bentleigh, who after today have a couple of difficult games to come, albeit both at home, welcoming Burundara and then South Melbourne. So two of last year's finalist teams haven't quite been able to replicate their success so far in 2024, but nonetheless remain major challenges. And no doubt the Grants will be feeling a lot better about those upcoming tasks if they're able to get something out of today. That ball through, asking too much of Mamiambo. Errington loses out to Ambo. Now O'Donoghue. Scored a brace last week. On debut did Sarah O'Donoghue. Saw it was O'Donoghue who made that lovely run down the right-hand side in the first half and created one of Heidelberg's better chances. Throw-in finds Miata. To Janchevsky, who turns Johnston. Ball through for Galea. Fogarty gets there. And hoofs it clear over the fence and onto the hill. The ball just getting away from her. And the follow-up from Johnston. The referee's pulled it back for a foul. So Heidelberg perhaps with another chance to just lock the ball in the Bentleigh half for an extended period. Chance for the set-piece delivery from Liv Edwards. Plays it short to Miata. Looked to go into the box, but Bomford was there to shut it down. Kildare couldn't get there ahead of Tiktakakis. Now Janchevsky. Again, the shot is blocked. Still alive for O'Donoghue. And now Galea won't be able to keep the ball in play, but it won't matter for Heidelberg because they do have themselves a corner. Teams having had a series of set-piece opportunities in this game so far. Neither have been able to capitalise as of yet. Heidelberg again go with the short routine. Now Errington. Composure on the ball to set away Han. Joanne Han has space into which she can run. Plays it inside towards Kildare, but Edwards read it best. Once more, Helena Errington showing her quality on the ball to restart the attack. Crossfield ball, only as far as Guerrero. Now O'Donoghue slides through Galea. Steph Galea is kept on side. Goes the cross inside. And the header from the Bentleigh defender almost causing some trouble for Barbieri. But able to scurry across is the veteran goalkeeper. This is Bomford. Now Fernandez. Trying to pick out Parker, who has just been so well marshalled by the central defensive pairing of Heidelberg. Both Edwards and Weston barely giving Parker any space to operate. And it's meant that they've been relying Bentleigh on really threading the needle with the pass. This is O'Donoghue. Janchevsky, who's seen plenty of the ball in this game so far, looks towards Ambo, but the pass was behind her. And Fernandez runs out of room. Ambo down the left-hand side. Gets past Brown, puts the cross into the middle, and the follow-up shot, I think it, in the end, was deflected off Steph Galea inadvertently. Ball put back into the mixer. And coming together between Errington and O'Donoghue. Ends in a Heidelberg throw, though. Tempo just lifting ever so slightly in the last minute or so. Galea. There's plenty of work to do against Errington. Cross does come in. Johnston was there to protect the defence. Janchevsky now goes for goal. And there was the potential for another one of those awkward shots which bounces just before it gets to the goalkeeper. But Barbieri was comfortable on that occasion. Juenhan. It's to get past Tiktakakis, and does so inside to Kildare. Loses out though as the Heidelberg numbers converge. And a little bit more end-to-end right at the moment. Barbieri instructing her team to keep their shape as the counter came forward. And that's one way to break up the attack. Sarah Johnston just bringing Catherine Vlahopoulos to the ground. Maeve Brown. Pass, somewhat fortunately, ends up at the feet of Fernandez. Gets past Barrero, still going Izzy Fernandez. Pass inside. The through ball. Harrington, though, couldn't get it to Kildare. Yeah, Bailey there to cut out the attack. Just looking around the grounds, confirmation of a big result out at Cross Keys. Essendon Royals overcoming Preston Lions, 2-1. Vince Battiato's side continuing to make waves in NPL Women's Victoria. As Preston just risks sliding somewhat. This is Janchevsky. Cross in. No one was there to capitalise on it. And that defeat for Preston may be good news for Heidelberg if Dan Foden's team aren't looking quite as formidable right at the moment, with the Burgers heading to BT Connor next week. Bonford's ball through, and it was pretty clear offside from Coco Parker. Although the risk very much also exists that Preston will be looking for a response when they do take on Heidelberg. Perhaps an additional bit of motivation. Heidelberg now going to their bench, and it is the 150th gamer, Steph Galea, who's making way. A superb servant of the club. Was heavily involved in this game up to now, but they've got some decent options on the bench. Do Heidelberg, and Margot Rabin is the player brought on. Well, anyone who's been watching the NPLW over the last couple of years, or even the A-League Women's as well, won't need a lot of an introduction as to what Margot Rabin can do with the football. Safe to say she'll be keeping the Bentleigh defence on their toes. And this is O'Donoghue. Works hard to keep the ball in play. And now the cross in towards Janchevsky. Mumford was there to cause a distraction. Miata, nice turn to get away from Parker. It loses out in the end. Ambo, really important touch there. Cutting out the counter-attack really before it could get going. So we have passed the hour mark here at Olympic Village. And other results, Box Hill United picking up a big 3 points for them as well. The big news that Rihanna Policina has joined the club. She was on the score sheet as Box Hill ran out 2-1 winners over Calder. And with that result, Box Hill do leapfrog Heidelberg as things stand. Or, as things stand, apologies. In fact, they will go level on points with Heidelberg. And just one goal behind on the goal difference tally. Nonetheless, though, one of the Burgers' direct rivals of the teams fighting to get themselves back in the finals race. Another defeat for Calder. This is the good news for the Greens. Could now go level on 7 points with the team from the West, if they were to secure a point from this afternoon's meeting. Sarah O'Donoghue has other ideas. Looks to play through Ambo. Brown got there in time, but wasn't able to cut out the attack. Janchevsky's cross. Hahn at the far post. And happy to concede. Well, it looked like it was going to be a corner, but in the end it's made its way all the way out for a throw. Substitute Rabin getting involved. Johnston, though, comes away with it for Bentleigh. Pass from Parker. Challenges Fernandez, who got there but wasn't able to keep the ball in play. Now Ambo plays it inside towards O'Donoghue. Protected the ball nicely. And copped a shove from Liv Bomford. Perhaps now a real chance for Heidelberg. They've got some high-quality set-piece takers. Rabin just coming off the bench, but it looks as if it's more likely to be Alana Janchevsky. Scored a goal or two from this kind of range in her NPLW career, Alana Janchevsky. Although this will take one of her very best efforts. Comes Janchevsky with the strike. That one off target. Looks like we've seen quite a number of those kinds of shots, which aren't miles off, but high and wide of the goal. We just wait for a new ball to be sent up towards Melissa Barbieri so that we can restart play. Janchevsky's shot going outside the field of play, over the hill. Just now being retrieved. This is Bomford. Some calls for handball. It probably did strike with Edwards' hands, or her arm, but was very close to it as it was fired at her. Rabin unable to get onto that ball. As things stand, Heidelberg going up to 11 points, which pretty remarkably puts them just 3 points outside the top four. South Melbourne currently sitting in 4th place on 14 points. Seeing as this season has hardly gone to plan for the team based here at the Olympic Village, to find themselves so close to competing for the pointy end of the season even now is very good news for the team in yellow. And that would be even better news if they were able to open the scoring right here. Janchevsky, the pass from O'Donoghue, a little bit too much on it. Miata. Showing for the ball was Janchevsky, which created the space for O'Donoghue. Pass out only as far as Vlahopoulos, who hits it first time. He's got a little bit too much under the ball, though. And Barbieri will retrieve it as it rebounds off the advertising boards behind that goal. So the game slowed right down in the last 10 minutes. Heidelberg with all the territory, the majority of possession. Bentleigh just holding firm right as we speak. It's nicely done by Kildare to win the throw, though. So perhaps a chance to venture into the Heidelberg half for the Greens. Press comes in from Ambo, almost pinching it from Sienna Fogarty. There's enough to disrupt the pass, though. Janchevsky looks towards Rabin, who goes with the curling effort. Never quite looked like it had enough shape on it, did the ball. And you saw what Rabin was trying to do. Just some danger caused as Bentleigh attempt to play their way out from the back. They have been pretty stubborn with this approach, though, Bentleigh. And at times they've been successful as well. Fogarty's pass finds Johnston. And crossfield towards Hun. Long ball in behind the Heidelberg defence. Kildare. Fakes the shot initially, still going and gets the cross inside. Much too close to Mia Bailey. And when your attacking chances have been so few and far between as they have for the Greens in the second half, it will cause a degree of frustration for Nathan Majorana that they're not able to take those kinds of opportunities, or at least make more of them. Can't help but still think back to that Izzy Fernandez chance in the first half. It's as good an opportunity as either team have had. Unable to beat Mia Bailey in the goal. Heidelberg readying another substitution, perhaps for the next break in play. Janczewski. Ambo working hard to provide another option. Instead, goes inboard towards Miata. Bomford now. Some space down this right-hand side for Bentleigh. That's why Mia Bailey had to come and clear the ball away over the fence. Just a little warning shot fired. Dangers if Heidelberg are to get too comfortable in their defensive shape. Though that break and play will allow the substitution to be made as Keely Lockhart is brought into the game. Take the place of Catherine Vlahopoulos, who had a very good first 45. Influence waned somewhat in this second half. And Keely Lockhart very much knows her way around goal. So perhaps that will be the key to unlocking this Bentleigh defence. See, Lockhart's just about the most advanced player for Heidelberg right now. Here is Lockhart. Nice return ball. Pass inside. Couldn't find Lockhart on the return. Edwards. Up towards Brown. That's a lovely touch from Miata. This is Ambo. Into Janczewski. Miata again tries to be clever. Almost sneaking past the Bentleigh defenders. Now Fernandez, who's ran hard all day, has Bomford in some space on the right-hand side. Bomford puts the cross into the middle. Beat the two centre-backs, but not Eve Tiktakakis. Rare opportunity, a rare spell of territory control for Bentleigh. See if they're able to capitalise on it and keep the ball on this end of the pitch. Or at least this half of it. Fogarty. Long ball cut out by Edwards. And now Ambo with a nice turn. Inside towards Janczewski. And the long ball up. Could set away Kildare. It's nice defending to get back from Eve Tiktakakis, though. A real opportunity presenting itself to Candice Kildare. Ball slid through. Chance for Rabin. Cross. Right into the hands, though, of Melissa Barbieri. Certainly been heavily involved in a Bentleigh debut. Some calls for foul in the middle of the park. Referee happy to let play continue. And Heidelberg in the end opt to put it out for a throw. So heading into the final 15 minutes of play. And you go now. Go a long way to securing the 3 points for one of these teams. Bentleigh, though, close to at least breaking their losing streak that they've been on in the last month or two. This is Janchevsky. And towards Ambo. Cleared away by Fogarty. Bomford. It's Johnston out towards Hun. Joanne Hun is one way, then the other. Has the support of Errington. Bentleigh coming out of their shells a little bit more in the last few minutes as they look to pinch a goal. This is Bomford. Slides it towards Izzy Fernandez. Fernandez gets there first, rounds the goalkeeper, but lost her footing at the crucial moment. What a chance that is for Bentleigh. Brilliant play from Bomford to create it. And Izzy Fernandez did the first part really well. Just couldn't quite get the shot that she needed to beat all the Heidelberg defenders. Bentleigh now, just with a little bit of momentum. Sense they're building in confidence. Kildare. It's the cross first time. Bailey had to come and got a fist on the ball. Johnston couldn't get there before O'Donoghue. Now Janchevsky. And that attack leave Bentleigh exposed at the other end. Ambo. Cuts into the right boot. Goes from range and fires it off the post. Lovely play from Mami Ambo. Created the chance very nicely and had Melissa Barbieri scrambling. That is the risk that Bentleigh take when they do venture forward. So is there to be a late twist in this contest? Well up, cut out by Weston. Now Hun. Attempted exchange with Kane Edwards. Coming away with it is Tiktakakis out to the right-hand side. Keely Lockhart gets the cross in deep. Too close to Barbieri. Do sense that they have benefited from the additional leadership and structure that Barbieri brings with her as they approach final 10 minutes of this game with their clean sheet intact. And they're really tempting fate with their attempts to navigate their way out of the situations. They've done well in the end. Brown looks inboard towards Bomford. Heidelberg, though, given the chance to counter. Janchevsky. Ambo has some space. Mami Ambo, once again, gets it onto a right boot. This time, though, Sienna Fogarty read it. Got the block in. And their 2 wins this season, Bentleigh, they have both been by that 1-0 scoreline. And it's looking as if they are to win this evening, it will have to be the same. And that break in play will allow the Greens to look towards their substitutes bench. And it's the end of the evening for Coco Parker. And it'll be Maddie Cook to replace her, the 18-year-old. Promoted into the senior ranks and been a junior at the club, Cook. A chance to really make her mark late in this game. Crossing is a good one and it's danger at the back. Jasmine Kane-Edwards was not comfortable there and had her goalkeeper scrambling. And they have conceded a corner as well, the Greens. So Heidelberg, yet again with the corner delivery. Yet again from Janczewski. This one goes direct. Bentleigh on that one. They header in. It was as close as either team have come from that situation. A superb corner delivery. And the header was blistering as well. Not much Melissa Barbieri could have done had it been on target. The chance does go begging. Still though, the Burgers look to press their advantage. I see one back by Cook. He just sends it long to the opposition goalkeeper. O'Donoghue attempts to muscle away past Johnston. Janczewski now brought to ground. Pretty clear-cut foul committed by Izzy Fernandez, and it will prompt a yellow card as well. The referee just wanting play to go back to where the foul was committed. Give her a chance to write Fernandez's name down in a notebook. Yellow card that I think Izzy Fernandez would be happy to take at this stage of the game. Just breaking up the Heidelberg attack, albeit not in an especially dangerous position. One back in a really dangerous part of the field by Lockhart. Cross comes in, the follow-up shot. Sarah O'Donoghue got under the ball. Flies well wide of the post. You do sense with this Heidelberg team who looked rather rejuvenated last time out against Brunswick Juve. Maybe just benefiting a bit from that new coach bounce that we hear about so often. Today's been a lot more of a struggle against a dogged Bentleigh outfit. Nice turn from Errington. Johnston's pass. It's going to be kept in by Kildare. In fact, she'll let it run for a throw. Allows Cook to come up and take it. It's like the ball just about slipped out of her hands as she was throwing it there. Lockhart. Burgers unable to continue their charge forward. So could it be Bentleigh to sneak a goal late in this game? So Bomford there almost getting involved. If they are to score Bentleigh, it wouldn't be a big surprise if Bomford were involved. This is Ambo though. It's a lovely pass to set away Janczewski. Janczewski has the goal with just 5 minutes left on the clock. Alana Janczewski. A lethal counter-attack from the Burgers. And finally, they're able to make their chance pay. Alana Janczewski. A clinical finish. And that may well be enough for the Burgers to secure all 3 points. And that really is heartbreaking for Bentleigh, having worked so hard to keep themselves level in this game. They've now got just about 5 minutes in which to rescue a point. Now staring down the barrel with the 6th straight defeat, Bentleigh. They aren't able to find a quick response to that Alana Janczewski goal. And that goal potentially momentous in the Heidelberg season. Now look at the possibility. See that other ball crossed in, catching the crossbar on its way, but kept in play. And now Barrero goes from range. And a little bit of uncertainty from the Greens defence as they look to get the ball clear. Second goal now from Heidelberg would surely seal the deal. Cross in. Again, the numbers are there for Bentleigh to get the ball clear. Goal for Heidelberg takes them to 13 points if the score does remain as it is at the full-time whistle. Just a single point behind South Melbourne in 4th. On level with Alamein in 5th. And all of a sudden there's plenty of reasons for optimism for Heidelberg. It's a brilliant run coming down that right-hand side. And Bentleigh will get their chance now to get the ball up the other end of the pitch. Bomford has dropped deep to assist with the build-up. Fogarty goes long and direct. Hahn might latch onto this one. It's a bit of a nudge in the back from Barrero. Brown cross into the area. Headed away nicely by Sienna Weston. And Bomford wasn't able to take control. Now Janchevsky can lead the counter for Heidelberg. Mamiambo has the supporting run. Karkas retreats back towards Ambo. And they're happy to take their time with this attacking play. Heidelberg, they got the goal that they needed. So Heidelberg now just under a minute of regulation time remaining, for which they need to continue to hold out the Bentleigh attack. And the ball being in this part of the pitch will be precisely what they're wanting at this stage of the game. Janchevsky just looking to keep the ball near the corner flag. Wins her team with throws. It's just more seconds being chewed up. Bentleigh looking more and more desperate. Are now into stoppage time. And there will be 3 minutes of it. So 3 minutes for Bentleigh to rescue a point from this game. Once again, the throw-in is short. And in the end, Fogarty lets the ball run behind at the call of our ball from Mr. Barbieri. So the goal kick comes now. It's taken quickly up towards Bomford, who had about 3 Burgers players to beat. She's got another opportunity here, Liv Bomford. Stealing Indo was Miata. This is Fernandez. It is a Bentleigh throw. And Izzy Fernandez rushing to get play restarted. And maybe he should have taken her time a little bit more because they've given the ball away. Ambo, we've seen her in this position before today. This time she is more patient, uses Janchevsky. And the return ball just about kept in play. Right into the hands of Melissa Barbieri. Barbieri sends it high and long into the night sky. He's there to be a hero for Bentleigh. This is Bomford. Sliding pass. No one making the run though, and Mia Bailey just collapses onto the ball. And they're getting very close now to back-to-back wins, Heidelberg. Would be the first time this season Heidelberg have managed consecutive wins. They might have one more chance to defend. Brown throws it backwards towards Fogarty. Fogarty goes long. Well, there was the mistimed clearance attempt from Weston. Now O'Donoghue and Cook do battle. Cook won the ball, but wasn't able to keep it in play. And will that be the final chance that Bentleigh get? Alana Janchevsky's goal, which is 5 minutes of regulation time remaining, looks like it may be the winner. And the goal that puts Heidelberg on the cusp of the top four. And they're continuing to manage this game expertly, Heidelberg, and taking the lead. Certainly no rush to get play restarted. And perhaps now's the opportunity to double their lead. The cross in from Lockhart. Rabin head down as she attempts to get to the ball first. It won't matter. Full time at the Village, and Heidelberg have back-to-back wins for the first time in 2024 in the NPLW. Alana Janchevsky, the scorer. And the goal which separated the two teams in the end, which is 5 minutes to go. A composed finish one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And as a result, Heidelberg leap up in the standings. Level on points with Alamein in fifth and just a point behind South Melbourne in fourth. Things are looking up for the team at the Village. For Bentleigh, it's a sixth straight defeat. Nathan Majorana's team, and the struggles continue. Another game without a goal as well. And they suffer late heartbreak as a result of that Janchevsky goal. But that's all the time that we have from this Saturday afternoon NPLW clash. Thank you for your company. Full-time score, Heidelberg United 1, Bentleigh Greens 0.